Mrs. Sharma. Same 3 saris to every kiddie party for 5 years running. Car older than her son's engineering degree. And she just quietly bought a 2 BHK in cash. Meanwhile, the auntie next door is leasing a car she can barely afford and posting every plate of biryani on Instagram. One of them is secretly loaded. Spoiler, it's probably not who you think. Today, I'm breaking down 7 signs that someone around you might be secretly wealthy, and by the end of this video, sign number 5 is going to make you side-eye your own Amazon cart. Let's get into it. Here's the thing nobody tells you. Real wealth in India is usually invisible on purpose. The loudest spender in your friend circle is very often the one quietly drowning in EMIs. The genuinely wealthy person? Sitting 2 chairs behind you at the parlor, not saying a word. So if you know exactly what to look for, you can spot them, and honestly, steal a few of their habits for yourself. Sign number 1. They never talk about the 3 S's. Secretly wealthy people avoid 3 topics at any cost: their salary, their latest splurge, and any kind of show-off. Not because they're shy, because they simply don't have anything left to prove. Think about your building's WhatsApp group. The person who keeps mentioning their new package or their iPhone launch day purchase, usually still trying to convince themselves, not you. The genuinely wealthy person dodges a salary question with a classic, "Bas guzara ho jata hai." We manage. That's not modesty. That's often code for, "I could buy this building." So next time someone won't stop talking about their new car loan approval, you already know what that usually means. So, now let's look at sign 2. They're still driving that well-maintained 8 or 10-year-old car, completely unbothered by it. Not because they can't afford new, because they've done the depreciation math and it scares them more than a flat tire on the highway. A new SUV loses roughly 15 to 20% of its value the moment it leaves the showroom and keeps bleeding for the next few years. Skip that bleed. Redirect even a typical 15,000 rupees EMI into ASIP instead, and you're not just saving a car payment, you're quietly building a corpus. I'm not saying don't buy a new car, but know the difference between a want and a need. Select wisely. This brings us to sign 3. They spend money you'll never see. When secretly wealthy people do spend, it's on things you'd never notice unless you lived with them 24/7. Mostly, they're buying back their time, because unlike money, time can't be printed by the RBI. They're not the ones queuing for 2 hours for a mall sale. Someone else is queuing for the vegetables while they close a deal. Once the basics are sorted, wealthy people stop trying to keep up with the neighbors and start trying to be different from them entirely. Sign 4. They're hyper-aware of their image. Ask a secretly wealthy person how they're doing financially, and you will never get a straight answer. You'll get, "Chal raha hai," not complaining. That's not humility. That's strategy. It's the financial equivalent of turning your phone face down at dinner. They know that in a country where everyone's cousin has an opinion on everyone else's salary hike, staying vague isn't dishonest, it's self-preservation. This brings us to sign 5. They obsess. Over 500 rupees, ignore 50,000 rupees. This one's my favorite. You'll catch a secretly wealthy person spending 25 minutes comparing 3 800 rupees pressure cookers on reviews. Same person, when the geyser bursts and floods the bathroom, pays 18,000 rupees for a same-day replacement without blinking. It's not hypocrisy. It's a want versus a need. The pressure cooker is optional excitement. The geyser is a Tuesday morning emergency. Researching every small optional purchase, but acting fast and decisively on real necessities quietly saves lakhs over a decade without ever feeling like saving. That's sign 5. Sign 6. They've mastered the ability to wait. While everyone else is buying the second a big billion days banner appears, secretly wealthy people wait. They know a sale is just a number someone in a marketing team made up an hour ago. If you wait long enough, almost everything in India eventually goes on sale. Even flights. Even, apparently, rishtas. Ever heard of a flash sale match? No? Moving on. Try this for a month. Before any purchase over 5,000 rupees, wait 7 days. Ask yourself if you'll still want it. This isn't about denying yourself nice things. It's delayed gratification, and it is, hands down, the most underrated skill in personal finance. Now, the last one, sign 7. They live well below what they can afford. They're often living in a home that looks almost too modest for their income. No sprawling 4 BHK, no showpiece marble hallway. Sometimes it's simply because a bigger house means a bigger EMI, bigger maintenance, and a much bigger list of things to dust. There's an old line that sums this up perfectly. There are 3 levels of financial life. Level 1, you cut your own grass because you have no other option. Level 2, you pay someone to cut it because you finally can. Level 3, you're back to cutting it yourself, except now it's because you have all the time in the world and you actually enjoy it. The wealthiest person isn't the one who never mows the lawn. It's the one who gets to choose. So, do you know someone secretly loaded, hiding in plain sight? Or, better yet, are you quietly building toward being that person yourself? Drop a comment telling me which sign hit closest to home. And if this helped you look at rich a little differently, hit subscribe, because next week, I'm breaking down exactly how much you actually need to retire comfortably in India.